I've been playing a lot of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom lately, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it because Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite game of all time, and this game is basically just an extension onto that. And while I've been playing it, I haven't really had that much trouble with the game. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward. Obviously, there's a lot of new stuff in this game. I mean, in the last game, you couldn't build a car, you couldn't build an airplane. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in this game. But someone who's been having the absolute hardest of times with this game is old DarkSydePhil. And just the other day, I saw on Twitter that a tweet went viral, maybe like 35,000, 40,000 likes, so many people talking about it, talking about how DSP just could not figure out the simplest of aspects about this game. So I went on YouTube and looked up to see if there were any other clips of DSP having a hard time with this game, and oh boy, there were, my friends. There are a lot of them. And the thing is, I do want to say this before we get into looking at these clips. If you've never played this game, maybe you'll look at this and go, well, I wouldn't have figured that out. I assure you, yes you would. It's not that difficult. The prompts are right up there on screen for you. You just got to see what you got to do here. And some of these clips, especially the first one we're going to look at, the one that went viral, it's just, it's going to crack you up because Phil, he doesn't understand a very simple thing that all of our parents taught us when we were young, and that's that, hey, if there's a storm outside, if there's like lightning and all that, maybe don't go near metal, because lightning is attracted to metal, maybe don't carry an umbrella, don't, Benjamin Franklin taught you that one, like he had the kite. So I just want to show you guys the clip and show you DSP's struggle with lightning here, because it's pretty goddamn funny watching his reaction to it as it happens and then afterwards too.
You're kidding me! Riding full speed, the lightning hones in on you and it hits you? You see, this isn't fun. I'm sorry. Randomly, a glue monster appears, takes all of your health. Oh, you don't have enough stamina to climb something standard at the beginning of the game. Oh, lightning just hones in on you and then kills you. How is this a fun? It's bullshit.
Phil claims that he's riding top speed on his horse and that should be able to avoid lightning. Lightning of all things, because I know it's a video game, but like, come on now. Like, you weren't even going that fast on the horse. So the way it works in the game is, it just like kind of like in real life, lightning attracts to metal, and if you have any metal on your character, all you have to do is simply put it away. And once you do that, which is simply hitting over on the D-pad and then your stuff's gone, you don't got to worry about it, the lightning won't be attracted to you no more. But Phil decided that he was going to try to outrun the lightning, and then he was so shocked when the lightning ended up catching up to him. He also goes on in that clip to complain about, how climbing, you don't have enough stamina to climb, like how are you supposed to get places? It took me maybe 3 or 4 minutes into this game to realize that you can use a hot air balloon. Like, these are little things they let you know about early on in the game that Phil, I guess, he just didn't pick up on, I guess. You'd assume he would have by now. On his channel, he's up to his 30th part of his playthrough in the game, so I mean, he should have caught on to this. And so once this went viral, Phil obviously had to respond to this, and he acted like he didn't see it, all the while admitting that he saw exactly what people were saying, but he tried to use it as just, all these people are his detractors, like all 40,000 of these people are all, they're all firmly against him, when most of them are just seeing some guy making a fool out of himself in like a random video. A lot of the people who did recognize Phil, of course, gave him shit for it, but the way he makes these people sound, he talks about it like they're all haters, they're all out there being just completely vitriolic to him, which again, I know a lot of his quote-unquote detractors may be, but on Twitter it was just a bunch of people laughing about the shit that he did. So he booted up a stream just maybe a night or two ago to respond to all this, and in the process decides to make this not about his lack of like skill at the game, makes it that, oh, these people are mad at me for criticizing Zelda, they're basically dick riding a Zelda game, when no, people can have their criticisms about the game all they want, but when you're sitting here bitching and moaning over simple shit that even a kid can understand, it makes people want to laugh at you.
Of course, people were expecting that somehow I was going to bother addressing the negative, toxic shit thrown on the internet against me in the last couple of days. I don't care. Guys, I'm just going to say this about it because I literally said nothing about it on my streams today. Here's my one take on it. I've been around for 15 years, okay? I've been making content for YouTube longer than most people, all right? Continuous gameplay throughs. I'm not the best gamer on the planet, nor do I ever profess to be. if I have a complaint or a criticism of a game, I have every right to express it. Whether or not you feel it's a valid opinion or not, that's your prerogative, all right? But I've been around for a long time, and if every single time a person was going to take a moment of a playthrough, take it out of context of the entire playthrough, make it like it's representative of everything I'm doing in the game, which it's not, and basically make fun of me, if I was just gonna like get offended by that, be upset by that, you know, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have quit back when This Is How You Don't Play started in 2011. That was 12 years ago, guys, and I've still been making content for 12 years. So I'm pretty sure I don't give a shit, right? I don't. It's funny because idiots are saying, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? No, I didn't see it because I don't follow those circles of idiots. I don't follow drama on the internet. I don't see any of the shit that you're talking about, and I don't care. I don't care what morons are saying on fucking social media because they're morons. I have the right to play a game however I want, say whatever I want, and they can kiss my ass. It's that simple. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing my attitudes. I'm not gonna, oh, kiss the game's butt now because it's Zelda and there's a rabid fan base of idiots out there who think that you can't criticize Zelda. Yes, you can. And I will continue to do so, and I'll continue to be who I am as a content creator for as long as I so choose. I don't care who makes fun of me. I'll still keep doing it, having fun, putting out quality content for my audience, and being successful at it, period. I don't care about this bullshit. So don't even bother me with it. That's why I didn't talk about it today, and that's all I have to say about it. I don't want to hear about it ever again either, because I don't give two shits about these idiots, okay?
As I already previously mentioned, Phil tries to say that people are simply mad because he's criticizing the new Zelda, and people don't like it when you criticize Zelda. Now, again, Zelda obviously does have its rabid fans and all that, but those aren't the people making fun of you on Twitter. The people making fun of you are the people who just run across it and are like, what? Like, it's so simple. Like, you see that, like, I'm going to play it on screen again. You can see it. The game lets you know when the lightning's about to strike you. It does it over and over. You see the little, like, the static and all that. Phil somehow didn't pick up on this, even though he played the first game and this was a feature in that game too. It's nothing new. But, you know, this is just one thing. This is just one little thing in the game that Phil had trouble with. As he said in that video we just listened to, people are taking this all out of context. You know, people aren't watching the full playthroughs where he's getting everything else, I guess. You know, like, this is just a one-time thing. He doesn't have that many problems with the game. But
I hate these controls. I really do. They should be better, but the problem is that it's a 3D plane. You're playing... They expect you to be able to control something in 3D when you can't because it's 2D. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know exactly what I want to do, and I can't do it because I can't get it to rotate the way I want it. What the hell did he do that for? I can't get him to just grab what I want.
this one's another one I really don't get. He can't figure out how to turn the rock the right way, and then he inexplicably sends Link off of that rock into the water, blames the controls for it when it was just, all you had to do was turn that rock at a 90-degree angle downwards and you would have been cool. But instead, he complains about the controls, and then as you see right here, instead of picking it back up, he throws his fucking sword at it, and again says, what do you mean? Why did you do that? Because you pressed the wrong button. I think at this point in Phil's playthrough, it was still pretty early on, but this is the second temple in the game. He's had to at least beat one so far. He has to at least know the basics by now. But this second dungeon gave Phil a lot of problems, because it wasn't just the physics and the mechanics of the how you pick up rocks and shit like that he couldn't figure out. He also couldn't figure out just regular combat.
Pepito Jones, how are you? It didn't work. What? Dude, he hit me for 100% damage? What is this, man? This is pissing me off. Why am I taking 100% damage? It's the second dungeon.
You gotta love in the beginning there when Phil gives a shout out to his buddy Pepito Jones. But then, I want you to see on screen right here, he's shocked. He can't understand why he got one hit. As this robot he's fighting is 10 feet above him and comes down with the sword right on his fucking back. Phil cannot understand just, why is that a one-hit kill? Obviously, when you die in a video game anytime, you're not going to be like, oh man, that was awesome. Like, that was really fun. But, you know, to sit there and complain about it and be like, these mechanics suck, why is it doing so much damage? It's definitely a bit of a cope, but like, let's give Phil the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that robot just got lucky, you know? Maybe Phil, he was doing everything right, and the game decided to do him wrong. I'm pretty sure the next time they come to blows, that robot is going to feel all of Phil's wrath.
It also doesn't help that the frame rate is so bad because you're on the Switch that you can't really see their attacks. Their attacks are very choppy. So you have no idea when you're actually supposed to like dodge or anything. So I'm just trying to mash through it and beat the guy because the animation's terrible. It should be at freaking 60 frames on another console to be able to see the combat. You can't even see it.
So now the issue is the frame rate and the fact that Phil can't really tell because this game's probably only running at a certain frame rate, not the 60 FPS that Phil demands. Now, I personally, I gotta tell you guys the truth. Maybe I don't have a critical eye for this stuff. I can't tell the difference. You know, I can tell the difference when I watch like a Nintendo 64 game compared to a game from today, but watching Zelda, watching like all these different games I play on the PS5, sometimes I can see how they run a little bit smoother and all, but for the most part, they just all blend into me. I understand a lot of people have issues with like frame rate, and it's very important to a lot of people, but for Phil here, it was never an issue until this robot decided to start beating his ass.
Ramrod says in overworld games, the area is too hard. You should try to go somewhere else first. You really should have better armor upgrades, more HP. Don't know how to get armor upgrades. Never explained in the game. If I knew where to go for it, I would do it. But I'm not cheating. I'm not looking anything up. So I'm just naturally exploring. Haven't discovered it yet. That's not my fault. I didn't make the game. Okay? I was able to do everything else in this area, no problem. It's not until I'm at the temple that I'm getting one-shotted. So, again, I didn't design the game and make it so the temple one-shots you. So you're throwing criticisms at me as if I should have prerequisite knowledge of how to play the game. I don't. I'm just a gamer. I'm just a normal person playing the game. If you want to blame someone, blame the people who made the game. Why would you blame the gamer for not knowing how to do things when the game doesn't explain any of it or have any of it in your way to do? You understand? Like, what you're saying is ridiculous.
Phil goes on a tangent directed at Nintendo because of some guy in the chat who tells him that maybe he should go get some armor upgrades to help him with this fight. Another thing I have to bring up is I had no problem with this water temple, and I want to know in the chat, I know the water temple in Ocarina of Time is one of the most notoriously, like you want to bang your head into a wall when you're playing through that one, but this water temple in Tears of the Kingdom, like, was it really that hard? I still don't have any armor upgrades, and I found about 80 shrines so far and all that stuff. So all it took was one guy in the chat giving Phil some helpful advice for him to go off on a tangent about Nintendo and why they made this game too difficult and why he shouldn't have to break his back really to figure out anything in this game. Well, it's just, I think he's been playing video games on YouTube for so long that he's like at the point where he just wants to get the games done. He wants to be through it without really having to put through any effort at all so that he can get out all of his playthroughs, and that's that. At this point, like Phil says, he's been doing this for 15 years. I think he just wants to coast now. He's like, you know what, I've been playing games for so long, I don't want to try no more. To be fair, maybe that's a moot point because Phil's never been good at video games. I mean, you go back 10 years, look at like the first This Is How You Don't plays, he's throwing out a lot of the same criticisms, but he just can't help himself. It's not Phil's fault. It's never Phil's fault. He did everything right, and the game is the thing doing everything wrong. The way Nintendo designed it, wrong, because Phil can't understand it. If Phil could understand it, then, you know, it'd be a great game, but this isn't rocket science. It's a fucking Zelda game rated E10+.
How do we do this? What do I do? I'm in here. I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Anyone know how to do this? Sidon isn't with you? Where is he? Why is Sidon not with me? I can't make him come with me, so why isn't he with me? Press the switch by the fire? It doesn't work.
I love this clip. It just shows Phil's lack of common sense here. You know, you're wondering how you can get this wheel to move, a wheel that is currently sitting in water. You know, how would we get this wheel to move? Well, we're in the water temple, and you just got a move that allows you to throw water at things. How would we get this wheel to move, you know? As I've been saying, if you're someone who's never played this game, you might be looking at me going like, Smokey, this is really confusing and all that, but I assure you, if you literally picked this game up in an hour's time, you would look back at this video and go, dear God, Phil's fucking clueless. It's just a funny thing to see. Now, I don't usually cover Phil much on this channel. Yeah, I've maybe did a few videos on him here and there, but I've been enjoying Tears of the Kingdom so much recently, and seeing Phil just shit all over it and act like, you know, this isn't a well-made game because he can't figure out very simple things about it. It's just like, come on, man. Come on, like every single game that Phil tries anymore, it seems like he ends up hating it. But hey, luckily for Phil, Tears of the Kingdom's already a few weeks old, and luckily now it's time for a new release, and it's a release of a game that Phil knows pretty goddamn well. Street Fighter 6 just dropped, and if there's anyone who's gonna kick ass in this game, it's the Street Fighter 2 Turbo Champion, alright? The greatest player maybe in American history, Phil. Let's see how he fares against the new age people in this game.
All of a one hit. So stupid. And it wasn't even a timed hit. It was just throw it out there and hope it hits and go for the dash cancel. There was no hit confirmed there at all. It was just throw the move out and keep dashing and hope that it hits. If it hits, I dash forward, I do a combo. If not, I'm safe anyway. It's annoying.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking hate that game within a week. You can already tell. Phil is one of the most sour bastards online. I wish I could find it. I know someone in the comments will maybe be able to. I saw something the other day. There was a list of like over 100 games that Phil has rage quit over time, which is an amazing stat, an amazing chart. But it's always fun to keep up with what Phil's doing, because while he's trying to provide some fun and entertaining gameplay for his fans, the rest of us can enjoy the salty gameplay that's really his main offering. You don't really ever see Phil having a lot of fun on a game when it's the majority of the time just him bitching and moaning and complaining about how the game sucks while he's just doing awesome. So, you know, we'll have to keep up with Phil, see how Street Fighter 6 treats him, see if he plays any more Tears of the Kingdom, because as I go through the game and complete it, I'm going to keep up to date on Phil's playthrough too, and see if I can find any parallels. So far, not really, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to keep on looking. Before I end this, though, I do want to give shouts out to DSP Tries It, Memology 101. There's a huge help to see what you want to see when it comes to Phil. You don't have to sit through Phil's like 4-hour streams and shit to see the good stuff. Also, a big shout out to Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs, and also Snort Hogan. Now, these accounts are just great places to go to keep track with Phil and see all his antics and all that. So if you guys are ever looking for more of that, those channels are the place to go. You'll find them down in the link in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a while since we talked about Phil, but we're going to be talking about a lot more lolcows on this channel. So I hope you guys stick around and enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope you guys have a great summer, because it's almost here, my friends, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one for all of us, and I can't wait for it. So with that all being said, I want to give shouts out to
Vanessa, Scaly Schisms, Churlish, Adrian Lara, Alright Stingy, Randy Leahy, Wade Pauls, Trademark, Commander Louie, Krabby, Justin S., the Ghostbusters fans, Steve from Machete Squad, Vaga, Count Drugula, SK Rux, Bullet BP, Synthesist, Fat Potato, Dan Noodles, Emery, ATK Cast, Jason Breen, Philly B, Based Trucker, Robot Gorilla Man, Soda Joe, Seal Currently, Eric Estrada, Everborn, Jurassic Clark, Akita's Beat Fan, Cowboy Pete, Hillbilly Wizard, Sora Trash, Hurricane Salem, Prideful Jester, Cyanide Candy, Smokey's Dealer, Kiwi Bros, Griffin Shivo, Austin Vidal, Club Doom, Sarah's Van, Gryphon, Jay Avarice, Tilted J, Costai, Zangetsu Black, Jay Sorensen, Brady Gravy, GP Does, Super Kame Jizzler, Greg the Rich, TJ Traplordius, Grizzly Slug, Bob Skywalker, Just a Normal Bottle of Mustard, Ignatius Bartleby Arlington, Brazilian Dude, Snowshoes, Jelly, Black Meddler, Radon, MXAX, Isaiah, Dalton, Sky Fitzpatrick, Quantum Cat, Ronnie Willis, Grizzly Bear, Pubsy, Soul Reaper, Matt C, Manny, Boston Meadhorn, Sergeant Retro, The Red Scum, Barfunkel Shaggy, Stag Nasty, Pebra, Night Scraper, August Varney, Azrael St. Cloud, Nefarious, Cobra's Manky Tooth, Canadian Funkle, Skylar, Irma, Sleepy Sloth, Crushed Shadow, Viet Bong Vet, Logan Cole, Ja, the Mean Man Dan, Hot Toward, Coffee Moose, Dope and Smoke, What, Zuzu, Brandon, Kerma, Turgburglar, Marshall Rogers, Minty Smith, Mr. Smith from LCA, None Ya Business, Pun Pun, Unicorn is God, Bro Follow, Sloth Thing, Danny the Foot, Blue Sapphire, Protoshock, Spiral Colors, Jammer X, Pastor Arthur Montgomery, Brutal Strudels, Dirty J, TNUC, TAF, Ian Corrado, Sword Brother, Brock Lobster, Nomags, Guru, Pineapple Pussy, Nate F, Larry Fishmas, Mr. Muda, Patat, Mrs. Starscream, Empty Bat, Mary Mattingly, Doc703, Josh Dayton, Based Milf Slayer, The Lolcow Lounge, GH Champ, Bizarre Showcase, Rexo, Neat Life, LEP97, 100 Norwalls, Hoodiebra, Sludge Maniac, Night Shroud, Operator 5781, Bobby Queso, King of Town, Capybara Man, Dan Wolf, Draco the Golden, JB, Blackwing Gaming, Tiki's General Store, AB, Jeff Weber, Cherry, Joey Huey, Coonbender, Visual Vintage, Holly and Hell, Try Give Black Tiger, Alex Esco, Blueberry, Psycho, Sydney Jones, LB, Benjamin, Vault, Kairos, Big Jim, David June, Sparks Epsilon, Toxic Avenger, Dominic, Jamie Rose, Logan Whatnot, Sneakzies, Extra Zero, Clyde Cash's Cash Stash, Mr. Krabs, Rowdy Oni, Drunk Serval, Peace, Lieutenant Blackbutter, Ziamara Moo, Cromlock, Guru, Victor D, Sebastian, Maxing at the Fort, I Eat Bugs and Plants, Dane Justice, For Real, Anti-CK, Trash Boat, That One, Stacy Newbie, DJ Cannon, Big Bad Gruff, Toxic T, Sadie T, Bob, Meatman, Shannon Rose, Dead Barbarian, Vish K, Kanka the Great, Depraved Grapes, A Random Stormcloak, Wet Floor Coney, Reb Zoomer, Hot Wheels, Dylan W, Thunderbaze, Hunter Cobb, Talia, Nico Bellin, Spooky, Dougal Johnson, Buttworm Wilkins, Chrisia Guibel, I'm sorry for butchering that one, Quinn Quimson, Cowboy Woozy, Wendigo, Billy Bones, Ben Carson 2024, Hyena Man, Your Wife's Boyfriend, Tony Tokyo, Marissa, Peanut Mama, Antrust, CHX Carnage, Anton Levy, Rex 1 Kittles, Chat Creeper, Mr. Jinx, TARDIS, Full Thickness, Hashoop, Bimp Lisket, John Smithy, Cod Ranquin, Alex, BTF Nation, Shoop to Hoop, Chris Chan's Phantom Bottle Collection, Alexander, It's Sub, Old Man Bradley, Kira, The Mothman, Shekel, The Ghostbusters Fan, Nocturne, Kiwi Bay, Mint, Crafts and Cartoon, Corey Trevor, Calzone, Portuguese Horse, Weeaboo, Funky Weapon, Mage Hand, Slap Fight, Andrew Guest, Weetabix, Chewy, Linguini God, Brandon Williford, Super Kame Jizzler, Hunter B, Zepo, Dingbat, Raven, Horsepower Hour, Timbang, Metal Wolf, Irma, Coggles, Tequila Johnson, Young Voodoo, Your Boy B-Rob, Ephraim B, Crazy Kids, Laura Smith, Sharp Metal Edge, Sleepy Sloth, Project Spiral, Legendary Duelist, Vix the Pumpkin, Naz, WTF Wolf, Moo the Mogul, Kate, Mr. Spaghetti, Manbeast, Ja, Logan Cole, Some Frenchie, Shaggy Mane, Rated, Turtle Platoon, Alpha T, Plague, River Ranger, Frederick, B. Vinoich, Nappy Toast, The Black Bowser, Laura Fierce, JB Films, Ryan L, Avery the Wanderer, Shiloh, Robbie Mitchell, Pard in the Dust, Cario, Barbara Barbussy, Corrected Carlos, Was Dead, Alt Text Wolf, Burger Kerber, Your Psycho Ex-Girlfriend, Jackal, Kaito Mondrian, Bright Galaxy, Rodango, Artie Garcia, Jessica G, Bako, What, Wumpa, Brandon, Bard, Sinewave, The Zodiac, Sarah, Cow Wrangler, Conrad, Was Good, Ryan Tanner, Felix Fox, Deus Volter, Seraplex, Clear G, T-Jords, Big Burr, Fluffy, Soul Reaper, Hod Toward, Manny T, Makachi, Danny the Foot, Let a Bitch Live, Keems Bogar, and Nikolai JV.
You guys are all absolute goats, and everyone who made it to the end of this video, you are a goat as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, great rest of the summer. I think I've already mentioned that though, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of here now, and all y'all take care, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Still got a lot of good videos coming out on this channel for y'all. Let me know down in the description any more locales you'd like to hear from, or just different style videos in general. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback and know what you guys think we should do for the future of the channel and just going forward. But don't worry, things aren't going to change. We're still talking about all the crazy motherfuckers you'd expect to hear from. So I'll see you on the next one, my friends, and until then, have a great day.